Hey everyone, thanks for watching. This is day 19 of 100 Days of Inversion. Today I'm going to be doing some passive inversions as well as a couple of yoga postures that are technically inversions, but their real purpose and real reason that I'm including them in today's practice is to approach tension in the pelvis and the lumbar spine area. I feel like if I unlock all the angles around the lumbo-pelvic region that I can, that'll actually free up some space for me to hit a better alignment through the rest of the spine, in particular keeping my thoracic spine lengthened and a little bit extended so it doesn't flex too much during some of these headstands and such. Anyway, enough talk. I'm going to show you what I'm up to. The first thing I'm going to do is a wall series of passive releases for the hips. They come from a yoga background, and basically it's three different shapes that if you're really gung-ho, you can hold them for 20 minutes each and spend an entire hour just releasing your hips and pelvis. You will feel different afterwards. That's a pretty extreme version of this practice. I'm definitely not going to do that on film while you guys all watch me today, so yay for that. I'll show you the three shapes and discuss them a little bit, and then I'll do a couple of other yoga postures and we'll call it a day. But know that you can design a full hour pelvic release just from those three shapes, or you could do 5 or 10 minutes in each one and get a fairly significant chunk of change just from that. Alright, on to the work, and enough talk. Thanks. Trying to get my tailbone, my legs all the way against the wall, my back flat against the floor. This is the first of the three pelvic release positions. You could hold this for 1 or 2 minutes. You could hold this for 5 or 10 minutes. You can hold this for as long as 20 minutes if you're an experienced yoga practitioner and you really want to change what's going on in your hips. I'm just going to take a few breaths here before moving on. I'll do my own practice on my own time and not force you guys to watch all of it. So then next we come out just to where we just start to feel a little bit of stretching in the groin line here. We definitely don't want it to start out even mildly aggressive. We don't want to start out anywhere near the end range of our groin stretch because we're going to hold it for so long. The intensity of the sensation of this stretch is going to build quite a bit, especially if you stay here for 20 full minutes. So start out light and give yourself a place to progress from. Again, the whole leg is against the wall, the butt is against the corner between the wall and the floor, back is flat against the floor, breathing into the lower abdomen and relaxing. After you've digested whatever size bite you're going to do for your practice today, maybe it's just 9 breaths in each position, maybe it's 10 minutes in each position. After you've completed this position, the final position, you can come off the wall a little bit to get here, and ultimately what we're looking for is the toes pointing straight out horizontally, perpendicular, or rather parallel to the floor. I want the feet horizontal and flat, perpendicular to the floor. So if we have to come off the wall a little bit to allow for that to happen, whatever needs to happen in the legs and knees to facilitate this position with the feet against the wall, that's what we do for position number 3. And then we hang out, breathe, and relax. So that's our wall series of passive inversions that release the pelvis. So they're passive inversions because I'm not really having to do anything to support any of my body's weight while I'm there. And they're inversions because the feet are above the hips. So anytime the hips are above the head or the feet are above the hips, you're in some kind of inversion. And this is another one that I'm working on to continue facilitating that release of the tension in the lumbar pelvic area. Downward dog. So I'm shooting from the side so that I can check my own spinal alignment later. I want to spread the shoulder blades and sink them down the back, away from the ears. I'm going to coil the hands so that I feel the most contact in this L surface, the thumb side of my palm. I feel the spine long. I'm trying to arch my butt and point my tailbone to the sky. Then drop the heels. And another simple pelvic release that also counts as an inversion. Most basic forward fold. There are ways to maximize the juice you get out of this posture. One way to reach deeper into the pelvic and lumbar part with this shape to bend the knees, really feel the whole front of the body resting against the thighs, and feel the spine get really long. Tilt the pelvis, point that tailbone towards the sky, and then start to come back out of the knees and try to maintain that pelvic and spinal position that you bought. Those fine adjustments. Thanks for watching.